Hello and a very warm welcome back to Africa Goes Live. My name is Michaela Soule. I am a representative for Africa as a destination and a lovely portfolio of beautiful, exclusive and private places such as Aquila Collection. I lived 25 years in Southern Africa and worked in tourism industry there. And I'm back since now around about 8 years in Munich, and I run a representation company from there, looking after the African continent and some portfolio partners. Today joining is Ilsan Chambers, our international marketing and sales manager from Aquila Collection. Hi, Ilsan.
Hi, Mia. It's lovely being here today, and it's, as always, nice to speak with you. How's it going in Germany?
Woo, it's cold, I'm telling you. We had some fabulous weather and now it's raining cats and dogs again. I hope your winter is probably better than our summer.
It is better. We've got some sunny days in between, so we really can't complain.
You go. Just for our viewers as well today, Aquila Collection has actually sort of developed a lot over the last couple of months. We've got some really fabulous new product, and I want to focus today on two of them, and that is Kugana Tented Camp and Marlin Manor, in the most southern tip of Africa in Cape Agulhas. So I'm starting today with Kugana, and I want Ilsan, actually, especially Ilsan, to explain to us where Kuganha Tented Camp is, how do we get there, and what our guests are experiencing when they book Kuganha Tented Camp.
Of course, yes. So, Mia, thank you so much for telling us about or introducing Kugana. Kugana is situated within Inverdoorn Private Game Reserve, which is only 2.5 hours drive from Cape Town, and we do offer transport from Cape Town, so it's really easy to get there. So once you get to Inverdoorn, you will actually be transferred to Kugana because it's a separate exclusive camp within Inverdoorn Game Reserve.
So
and
that,
really
sorry, Ilsan, that means basically that Inverdoorn is outside the game reserve at the entrance, and Kuganha Tented Camp is right in the game reserve as such, as the only accommodation.
Yes.
Okay, super, cool.
And it's within the game reserve, yes, and it is separate, so the guests really are so exclusive, and we only have 3 tents there, and it's sort of situated between the acacia trees. So there is spectacular views from there as well. And the slide that you're showing now, the Safe Service Safaris, is just to say that all our properties has been awarded with the Safe Service Safaris stamp by the World Travel Tourism Council. So guests can really feel very safe when they come to South Africa and when they stay at our various properties.
And we have enough space in Africa for all of them, I'm telling you. So here we have much more people in a very confined space, and in Africa you have really loads of space.
Absolutely.
And I want to show you that space at Kuganha Tented Camp, and Ilsan is running us through it.
Yes, so on arrival at Kugana Tented Camp, our friendly staff would welcome the guest with a nice cocktail or maybe a glass of champagne. In the winter, we like to do something like port to warm up the guest. And thereafter, we'll do a lovely 3-course lunch. So the guests will sit outside on the private patio. We've got a private chef situated at Kugana, which will prepare a wonderful big lunch spread. And thereafter, the guests will go out on the game drive, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But just to show you some of what the tents look like on the inside, they're very big, they're luxurious, they're beautiful. The decor, some of the decor has been imported from Morocco. They're 66 square meters in size, fully equipped with Wi-Fi, of course, hot water, shower, minibar. So it's really nice, beautiful tents.
I can just confirm this. I was staying in December with my mother, and I must say we absolutely loved it. We loved it. The tents are huge. And even though it was a bit windy, you didn't feel it inside the tent. It was like a really wonderful safe haven, and it was lovely. And the food you just explained, fabulous.
Yes.
Our chef, our private chef, she just absolutely looked after us like we were kings and queens. It was absolutely beautiful.
No, I have to say the chef is incredible. I mean, they've got a private chef at Kugana that only looks after Kugana. So they take out all stops when they have guests there. So it really makes the experience very special. And tell me, Mia, did you did you hear some animal sounds while staying at the camp at nighttime? Maybe you heard some of the lions far away, or
Actually, we did. You were saying the right thing, because it is a tented camp, so you can hear animals basically at night, and that was lovely. You hear
wow.
like footsteps, or like a little bit of a snoring. Or
Yes.
maybe that was my mom.
Who knows?
But the
Yeah.
lions we did here in the morning, actually. And what I loved is, I just showed a photo here of the pool, because after the safari we had in the morning, the elephants came to drink out of that pool, and it was such a lovely experience. Actually, we sat
That's
at the
so
pool,
special.
and they slurped the water away, and it was just like they had to refill the pool after that. Actually, it was
Oh my
lovely.
word, yes, it's a saltwater pool. Luckily it's saltwater, but yes, they are quite naughty because they're not supposed to do that. But it's so nice. It's an incredible experience to be able to view that. And a lot of the guests that post on Instagram do post about the elephants visiting the campsite. They just really like hanging around the campsite. So it is very special.
What I also loved is actually this photo, because what I was not aware of is of that lovely water you actually have there, and the flamingos which we saw in there. So it was
Yes,
a
the
completely
seasonal.
different experience. Exactly, it was really great, and also it's 10,000 hectare of private
Yes,
game
that's right.
reserve that you can actually sort of traverse on, and I think that was a really great experience also from that point of view. So from Cape Town to Kugana is really, it's the best experience close by to Cape Town, really.
Yes, and it's only 2.5 hours drive, so it's really easy to get there. The drive is really scenic, like you mentioned. You pass the beautiful Huguenot Mountains, you go through the Vista Tunnel, and you pass many winelands and farmland areas. So it's a really nice drive. I see that you've been showing some pictures of the animals. Like you mentioned, of course, we've got the big five within 10,000 hectares. Free roaming. We've got a cheetah conservation project. So the guests staying at Kugana will also have the opportunity of seeing the cheetah from up and close. So it's really special. This is our viewing deck. So what happens is with the game drive at Kugana. So after lunch, the guest will go out with the Safari Ranger on the game drive, which normally lasts about 3 hours. So you have a halfway stop, and then when you get to the viewing deck, you can enjoy the beautiful views of the reserve. But then they pack a nice picnic basket with some drinks. So before the time, they would ask the guests, what's their favorite wines or champagnes, or what drinks they would like, and then they also take some snacks along. So they really do spoil you, and from there on, you continue your game drive before you get back to the camp.
And what somebody told me once, and I will never forget that in my life, as I said earlier on, I lived 25 years in Southern Africa, and somebody told me, if you see the last tip of the sun set, basically, you have to make a wish. And as the sun dips into basically the horizon, your wish comes true. So
Wow, that's
for
gorgeous.
everyone who's going to Africa, please try this, because it happened, and I'm telling you, a lot of times it actually came true. So
Wonderful.
give it a shot. So this is still a couple
Absolutely.
of views on Kugana Tented Camp. What I also enjoyed is they have a separate little house, basically, where you can have a private massage if you don't want to have it in your room. I
Yes.
think this is wonderful to have, and it's really also exclusive. As you know, we
Yes,
have
and
at Aquila, we have a really fabulous big spa, and then we ask somebody
yeah.
of the ladies to come up and to give you a beautiful massage, a private
And
massage.
you know what's so nice about it is because they do traditional African wood massages, which is very special, and there isn't a lot of places that do offer that. So it's incredible the spa treatments that they have, and also remember that all the staff that we have are from the local community, and we do also a lot of local or social upliftment. So a lot of the staff that works at our properties, or about 90% of the staff, is from the local communities. We've done training, they are certified, and they can actually work around any properties around South Africa.
Super cool. I also, before we
Yeah.
move on to the next, I would actually like to say that Aquila Spa is, of course, open, and it's winter in the Cape, so nothing better than to have a really hot day at the Aquila Spa. and
Oh,
have it
yes.
maybe combined with a safari. But we'll cover this in our next session much more. Today, it's Kugana and Marlin Manor. And these are the elephants that come slurped out our entire pool almost.
Wow.
But they are gorgeous, as I said, and it's really great fun. You can really see them like that when you are in your tent. And it's an absolute incredible, beautiful 5-star experience that I can only recommend to everyone who wants to get away and who wants to be private. There's only 3 tents, as Ilsan mentioned, and these 3 tents are just really absolutely magnificent.
Yes, I have to mention that there's only 3 tents. So what happens a lot of the time is if couples are maybe traveling together, or it's a family traveling together, they'll have the campsite exclusive just for them. So that is also why it's such a unique product. And just before we end off at Kugana, I want to run you quickly through what the package includes. So you will receive all 3 your meals. So that is your 3-course lunch and then your 3-course dinner. Dinner is served normally around the bonfire. We've got the private chef that will prepare the food on an open fire for you. And then after that, the guests can enjoy the stargazing activity. And then the next morning, we offer an early morning game drive with nice coffee and rusks before you depart. And then upon your return, the guests will enjoy a lovely big breakfast spread and perhaps have the elephants visit if you are lucky. So that's just what the package includes. And of course, you can book other activities like your spa treatments. We also have horseback safari at Inverdoorn, and we are soon going to add a high tea. So it's going to be our Karoo high tea that's also going to be on offer.
Fabulous. So loads of
Yeah,
things to do and definitely enough time to enjoy it to the fullest, I think.
absolutely.
Another really great product, Elsan. I have to mention this because I was blown away when I saw it first at Aquila Collection, is Marlin Manor. Marlin Manor is the most southern tip of Africa. It's actually really the most southern tip of Africa. It's Cape Agulhas. And I'll run through a couple of slides while you are actually explaining to our guests what we find here. It's a private house, and here you go.
Yes, so it's a private villa. So Marlin Manor is, as you mentioned, at the most southern tip of Africa, Agulhas, and this manor can sleep 16 guests. With the house is really spacious, and most of the rooms overlooks the ocean. And I think also what makes Marlin Manor so special is you've got 650 meters of white, sandy, pristine beach in front of it, and that beach is exclusive because there's no other guests really using it, or no other people that use that beach. So most of the time it will just be yourself, your beautiful manor, and then the views of the ocean and the private beach. And the house is fully equipped with Wi-Fi. Of course, it's got a very nice fully equipped kitchen. It's got a jacuzzi on the front deck with a sunken barbecue braai area. Like
I think that is a fabulous piece of art, I must say. I haven't seen that very often, and I absolutely love it because, even if it's maybe a little bit of a cooler evening or the wind is coming in a little bit, you sit there beautifully, actually, and very much like pampered.
So cute.
Yeah, it's very cool, I must say. And
It's
as you said, you
lovely.
have your private beach, actually, and this is really something very, very special to that product as well.
Absolutely, yes. And there's so many activities also to do around the area. Of course, we've got Catch Cook Restaurant, which is only a 5 minutes drive from the Manor House. And guests staying at Marlin Manor will also get discount when they go to Catch Cook Restaurant, of course, because it is part of the Aquila Collection products. There we offer a beautiful menu with lots of different cuisine, and we also have activities at the harbour, like your boat rides, sunset cruises, whale watching. Of course, we've got the the hiking trail called the Ghost Trail. And the guests can, of course, also visit the lighthouse at the most southern tip, which is one of the definites to do when you're in that area. But you live there. Where exactly did you stay? And tell us more about that area that you know. that you know
Well,
of?
I must say, I mean, look, I mean, that is very close to my heart, Cape Agulhas and Arniston, because I used to live in Arniston or spent lots of time there, basically. So I know the areas very well. And I have to say, when I looked at the slide here where you showed the harbor and nearby attractions, I can add 1,000 more to it, because there's so much more to do. And if you are an outside person, you know, you can actually go hikes for forever. You know, you can go into the dunes, you can go into the nature reserves. We have close by, we have even a beautiful nature reserve called De Hoop. De Hoop is also wonderful for hiking and also for the whale
Yes,
season.
gorgeous reserve
Absolutely
to visit.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You can make a visit to Hermanus or to Gansbaai and do shark watching, and there is loads and loads and loads. There is farms, wine farms where you can do wine tasting. So these areas developed really, really well over the last couple of I would say 10 years. And so this is definitely a great hotspot for, especially now, our time where we want more distance. This is something where you have exclusive use
For
of
sure.
exactly. And if you don't feel like cooking, as Elsan mentioned, we have a fabulous restaurant in the harbor, and Catch Cook, and it gives you absolute beautiful opportunity for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I think this is really, really a great spot. San, I always do, and I'd love to do this with you as well. I always ask a personal
Yes.
question in the end of our talk. And of
Of
course,
course.
I want to know, what are you loving the most at Marlin Manor? What activity or what is your favorite thing to do when you're there?
Okay, to be honest with you, I really enjoy the outdoors. And for me, staying at Marlin Manor, you've got that long stretch of beach right in front of you. And you feel like almost you're on an island because there's no one else around. You maybe see some people in the far distance. So I really like the privacy of that. And then, of course, I've got a little boy. So me and my husband like to go to the harbor and show him the stingrays that swims in the harbor. And also we normally go to Cash Cook restaurant, and he loves running around there and enjoying some ice cream. And so Marlin Manor is a really special place, very close to our heart, very family friendly. And once again, I like the idea that it's so private. And you also got the stunning jacuzzi on the deck. Of course, with the sunken barbecue grill. So even on a windy day, you can still enjoy a nice braai. So
Fabulous.
those are my favorite things.
I will just, when I come back visiting that place, I will do all of the things and just sort of re-experience all of it again.
Yes.
Elsan, this is all the time we have for today, but we will do another session on our other Aquila products, I think, which is
Yes.
really, really a cool thing. So today I say thank you very, very, very much for your time and for all the explanations you gave to us. And I wish you a fabulous day, and see you in our next session when it's time again for Africa Goes Live. Take care and go well.
Thanks so much, Mia. Appreciate it. See you next time.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye for now.